Y'all are not ready for what Yo Gotti just did to Angela Simmons, because this man really threw away a queen for someone who's basically been getting the sugar daddy treatment this whole time. So, if you've been living under a rock, Angela Simmons and music mogul Yo Gotti just ended their relationship in the messiest way possible. And now GloRilla is out here basically confirming that Yo Gotti is her new sugar daddy. The internet is going absolutely crazy right now.
And it's gonna come through those gates right there. Remember you said that you wanted a Tesla? Well, I got you one of those.
And honestly, I can see why, because this situation is wild. Let me paint you the picture of what really went down here, because this isn't just your typical celebrity breakup. Angela Simmons, daughter of Run DMC's Rev Run, reality TV star, entrepreneur, and honestly just an absolute queen, found herself in a relationship where she was putting in all the work while Yo Gotti was out here treating her like she was just another option.
Welcome to God's world. Let's get it.
The problem started when Angela began feeling like she wasn't even a priority in Gotti's life. This man's schedule was nonstop. Studios, business meetings, appearances, you name it. But here's the thing that's really getting to me about this whole situation. Angela wasn't asking for much. She just wanted to feel like she mattered to the man she was dating. Instead, she was watching him pour all his energy and attention into his record label, CMG. And specifically into one artist who was getting way more attention than any business relationship should warrant. We're talking about a woman who has her own money, her own business, her own everything. Angela Simmons is not some random girl looking for a come up. She's established, she's successful, and she's been in the public eye for years. So when someone like that starts feeling neglected in a relationship, you know something is seriously wrong. Let me take you back to how this whole thing started, because the way Yo Gotti pursued Angela Simmons was actually pretty sweet at first. This man was open about his feelings. He was dedicating songs to her, posting about her, making it clear to the world that Angela Simmons was his girl. Remember when he dropped that track, basically confessing his love for her? The man was not playing games when it came to showing his interest. Angela seemed to be feeling it too. She was posting him on her social media. They were showing up to events together, and everything looked like it was going really well. The chemistry was there, they looked good together, and fans were actually rooting for them. This felt like a power couple in the making. But then things started changing, and I think we can all pinpoint when that shift happened. GloRilla signed to CMG, and suddenly Yo Gotti's energy started going in a completely different direction. Now, don't get me wrong, it's normal for a label head to support their artists. That's literally what they're supposed to do. But what started happening with GloRilla went way beyond normal business support.
I'm telling you, she a nice girl. Like, she got her head on straight. She went to school.
Hey, y'all, I ain't been on live in a minute. Hey, Heather, I miss you.
It's way after I want to. Bro, I'm saying, we said you stay doing it. I want me to stay doing it.
Bruh, you just had Chef B. You should have told your scary ass to say something on some food or something.
I feel cute with my bust down red.
GloRilla started getting treated like the first lady of CMG. She was at every single event, every major appearance, every important moment for the label. Yo Gotti was constantly hyping her up, calling her the future of CMG, giving her nonstop public attention. And look, I get it. She's talented. She's making money for the label. But the way this man started moving around her was raising eyebrows from day one. People in the industry started noticing that Gotti's behavior around GloRilla was different. It wasn't just professional. The way he looked at her, the way he talked about her, the way he made sure she was front and center for everything. It was giving sugar daddy vibes from the beginning. And apparently, Angela was seeing all of this too. Imagine being in Angela's position. You're in a relationship with someone who's supposed to be your man, but you're watching him give another woman the kind of attention and treatment that should be reserved for you. You're watching him invest in her appearance, her career, her lifestyle, in ways that feel way too personal for a business relationship. And that's exactly what started happening. Fans began noticing GloRilla's massive glow up. This girl went from regular to absolutely stunning, seemingly overnight. New hair, new body, new everything. The streets started calling it the Yo Gotti effect because the timing was just too obvious to ignore. When you see someone's entire appearance transform like that, and you know they just signed to a label where the head is showing them extra attention, people are going to talk. Meanwhile, Angela is sitting there watching all of this happen. She's seeing her man pour resources and energy into another woman's transformation while she's the one who's supposed to be his girl. Sources close to Angela say she started feeling like she was doing all the wifey work without getting the wifey treatment or loyalty that should come with it. The breaking point came when Angela realized she was constantly being put on the back burner for Gotti's career, and specifically for his relationship with GloRilla. Every time there was a choice between Angela and CMG business, guess who was getting chosen? Every time there was a major event or important moment, guess who was front and center while Angela was somewhere in the background or not even there at all? This is where things get really messy because Angela Simmons is not the type of woman to sit around begging for attention or fighting for her place in someone's life. She's got too much self-respect and too much going for herself to tolerate being treated like a side piece in her own relationship. The signs were all there if you were paying attention. Angela stopped posting Gotti on her social media as much. She stopped showing up to CMG events. She started focusing more on her own business and her own life. But everyone was so caught up in the GloRilla hype that they missed what was really happening. Angela was checking out of this relationship. Then came Gotti's birthday. In previous years, Angela would have been all over social media celebrating her man. She would have posted. She would have made it known that this was her man's special day. But this year, complete silence. Not a single post, not a single story, not even a like on someone else's post about his birthday. That's when people really started realizing something was wrong. The mutual unfollow happened shortly after that. Both of them removed each other from their social media completely. No explanation, no drama, no messy back and forth, just silence. And honestly, that silence spoke louder than any angry post or cryptic message ever could have. But here's where this whole situation reaches its peak. GloRilla basically confirmed what everyone was already thinking. She's been out here acting like Yo Gotti is indeed her sugar daddy. And she's not even trying to hide it anymore. The way she talks about him, the way she carries herself around him, the way she's been flaunting the lifestyle upgrades, it's all pointing to one thing. This girl went from being just another rapper trying to make it to living like she hit the lottery overnight. And the only thing that changed was signing to CMG and getting close to Yo Gotti. You do the math. The evidence is right there in front of everyone's faces. What's really crazy is how Gotti has been moving since Angela left. Instead of trying to win her back or showing any kind of regret about losing a woman like Angela Simmons, he's been doubling down on his attention to GloRilla. He's been even more obvious about favoring her, even more open about treating her like she's special, even more willing to put her front and center for everything. It's like watching someone choose fool's gold over a real diamond. Angela Simmons is established, successful, beautiful, and brings actual value to a relationship beyond just being arm candy. But Gotti chose to mess that up for someone who's basically just there for the benefits he can provide. The streets are talking, and they're not saying nice things about Gotti's choices. People are calling him out for fumbling a real one for someone who's clearly just there for the lifestyle upgrade. They're pointing out that Angela carried herself with class throughout this whole situation, while GloRilla has been pretty obvious about what this relationship really is. So, here's what we're left with after all this drama. Angela Simmons walked away from a situation where she wasn't being valued properly, and she did it with complete class and dignity. No messy social media posts, no trying to expose Gotti publicly, no drama. She just removed herself from a situation that wasn't serving her anymore. Yo Gotti lost a real one for someone who's clearly just there for what he can provide. He had a woman who was with him because she genuinely cared about him, not because of what he could do for her career or her lifestyle. And he threw that away for someone who's basically confirmed that their relationship is transactional. GloRilla got what she wanted: the sugar daddy treatment, a lifestyle upgrade, and being CMG's first lady. However, this isn't the reputation you want in the industry. This situation illustrates how some prioritize appearances over long-term well-being. Gotti had something real with Angela, but his ego and desire to be a sugar daddy ruined it. Angela demonstrated how a real woman handles disrespect. She didn't chase someone who wasn't invested in her. Instead, she quietly removed herself from the situation and moved on. This serves as a lesson for all. When someone reveals their true priorities, believe them. Angela recognized the signals and acted accordingly. She didn't compete with GloRilla for Gotti's attention because she knew her worth. The internet largely sides with Team Angela, criticizing Gotti for his poor choices while praising Angela for her mature handling of the situation. Meanwhile, GloRilla is facing backlash for being transparent about the nature of her relationship with Gotti. It will be interesting to see how this unfolds. Will Gotti realize what he lost? Will Angela find someone who values her? Will GloRilla's arrangement last, or will she be replaced by another artist? One thing is certain: Angela Simmons refuses to be anyone's second choice. And that's the mindset we all should embrace. Subscribe for more updates on this ongoing drama.